Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about vocabulary, which was a presentation made by me, Ana, Matias, and Felipe. Okay, so the first word is free verse. Free verse is a noun and its definition is a non-rhyming poem that does not have a regular rhythm. Repeating, it's a non-rhyming poem that does not have a regular rhythm, which means it does not have to have syllables that an exact number of syllables in its lines. So you can master this, I wrote my own little free verse for you. The title of this free verse is One Potato. One potato for the society's pride. One potato for the times we weep. One potato has to stay alive. One potato for the streets of the city. One potato for the hip-hop beats. One potato, oh, I do believe. One potato is all we need. Okay, getting down to the next word, which is blank verse. A blank verse is also a noun and its definition is a non-rhyming poem that does have a regular rhythm. So there is an exact number of syllables in this poem in each line. To master this word, I found an example from Hamlet by Shakespeare. It goes like this. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it's nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. So you can see it doesn't rhyme, and if we analyze it, we'll find the same number of syllables in each line. Okay, now in the front part of the presentation that involves stories, we're going to talk about the word which is promontory, which is a noun. Its definition is a big pile, high point, or ledge of rocks jutting towards something. Now let's start with a little story to help you memorize this word. Once upon a time, there was a guy called Bob. Bob, like many people in this world, was addicted to potatoes, but his addiction wasn't that simple. He was a complete dependent of potatoes in his life. One day, as walking up a large rocky cliff jutting toward the ocean, he sees the biggest potato of the world in the bottom of the cliff. So Bob jumps down the promontory, the large cliff jutting toward the ocean, and dies. Getting closer to the middle of the presentation comes the word musing. Musing is also a noun and means a time to reflect or think deeply. Again, let's start with a story. Once upon a time, there was a pug called João Maria. He was a very happy puppy in a very happy family. Once he grew up, he started drug dealing. He produced and sold meth by the name of Heisenpug. One day, after making millions with his brilliant meth formula, he was arrested. Finally, João Maria, the pug, while in jail, looked at the ceiling, musing about what he did in his life. Almost at the end of the presentation, let's talk about the word gossamer, which also is a noun. This word means a spider web or any thin, fragile, transparent thread that looks like or is similar to a spider web. Once again, let's start with the story. Alfred bought a beautiful dress for his wedding with Marco. Once he took it home, he wore it for the whole day. During the afternoon, Alfred had a brilliant brilliant idea of cooking some rice for dinner while using the dress. Suddenly, when he started the stove, the dress caught on fire. Its beautiful silken gossamer dress, which was very thin and soft, bursted into flames. Alfred died. Finally, at the end of this cheerful presentation, we're going to talk about the word ravenous, which is the only word that isn't a noun in this vocabulary assignment. It is an adjective which means extremely starving. That can be figurative or literal. Now let's have the last story that will help you remember this word. Once upon a time, there was a man called Joca Joca. He was born in the streets and had no money. One day he found $1,000,000 on a trash bin. He took everything and wasted it all on a new type of meth that was produced by a pug. After receiving his big delivery, he went to the beach to use his drugs. Unfortunately, he dropped it all in the ocean. Now Joca Joca is once again living in the streets, ravenous because of several days without eating a single piece of garbage. Thank you for listening to us, and on Edmodo there is a Quizlet that can help you study these words. And there are two Quizlets, one for the definitions and one for the part of speech. Part of speech you can really get it easily because there's only one adjective and the rest is all nouns. Thank you. Bye.